When did it become us versus them? I'm kind of just stumbling onto this war of the sexes thing, which I didn't know was a thing. Doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. I can only speak from my perspective. So, fellas, here we go. I'm going to tell you something no one else wants to tell you. The problem you're having with women is because of me. Well, us, your parents. Let me explain. Remember those little medals you got as kids? You remember them? The ones you got as little losers. The ones you didn't earn. Well, those medals and ribbons were used to alleviate the pain of failure, which they did. But they also cheated you from learning the invaluable skill of using failure and rejection as motivation. Who knew? Y'all wouldn't know this because you were just kids doing what your parents taught you. But us as parents who thought we were doing the best for our kids, we failed you. To put it bluntly, we fucked up. It's not your fault you never learned to deal with the hurt associated with rejection and develop the resilience and determination you would need to push ahead and understand that rejection is just an opportunity to reassess your approach to things. Your generation was unintentionally cheated by people who thought they were doing the best for you, by rewarding you even when you failed, just so you wouldn't feel bad. So here we are. The chicken has come home to roost. But listen, such is life. It's time to move on. Now, I understand women are taking full advantage, even abusing their newfound strength, sometimes to their own detriment. But why are we as men the ones whining? Shouldn't we be improving and fine-tuning our skills to stay ahead? Fellas, let me put in terms you might understand. Back in the day when the Detroit Pistons were imposing their bully brand of basketball on Jordan, he never complained. He stood up, did what he had to do in games, and then hit the weights in the off season. So he would later be able to absorb the punishment that he knew was coming. What I'm saying is, quit whining. That doesn't work with women. Women still want men who act like men. The game has changed, but y'all still want to play by the old rules. Come on, fellas, man up. This red pill, blue pill whining is too much for me. There's a lot of truth in it, but whining about women is definitely not the solution to anything. Listen, I am one of those parents who failed you, so maybe together we can find a better solution than pointing fingers and blaming women. You young guys are smarter than I am, so I know you'll get it. So, let's go. Let's start by addressing the fact that these same women that you're cursing and whining about are still having sex with men. You want to know who? The guys that understand that women are still emotional beings, and if you stir their emotions, you are more than halfway home. It's that simple. Let's look at some basic issues that you are dealing with. Social media. IG in particular. IG girls are not the problem. The problem is trying to change these women into something they don't want to be. If a woman posts photos of herself advertising her body, there are either one of two things at play. One, either she's trying to monetize her looks, or two, she needs to be validated because of her insecurities. Now, either way, why would you swipe on these women's faces and bring this into your life? Leave them and let them keep fishing for suckers while you do your thing, because they're doing their thing. Now, physical looks are what you're all about. Stop going after the pretty, sexy girl with the bad attitude that think all men are trash. And instead, go after the pretty, sexy girl with the good attitude. And while you're at it, talk to some average girls with good attitude. The more the selection, the better your options. Don't let a bad attitude become a challenge. It's just a character flaw that you should try to avoid. There are good, pretty women out there all day, every day. Good ones, tall ones, fat ones, and small ones. You walk past these decent, beautiful women every day, but you ignore them because you're getting caught up trying to fix these IG projects. That's a choice you make. But if you choose to do so, don't complain if these IG girls refuse to put your goals as a priority, because it's all about them. It's your life, so take control of it and choose instead of being chosen. Tell me if I'm wrong.